So what we are going to cover, guys, it's another compliance that is very, very important for company, and it's actually about BitLocker. Okay, normally each of the computer in a company has BitLocker, especially for like position like senior manager or director or CTO or CEO, etc., etc. All these positions that are important, they will get for sure BitLocker, and most of the time, people that work in a company with highly secure uh, policy, everybody will have it. So most of the time, this is a very useful company policy that are so much important. So the remediation here will be manually, but what do we want? We want, and guys, there is a tricky part about this. There is a tricky part, and I will show you what is it. So, chuk, 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 chuk. Sorry, guys. So here, what we are actually doing is that we first create this variable drive. Okay, we don't need about this. It's just for a simple reason. Uh, okay, so BitLocker status. This is the variable, and what it does, it's actually asking. It's actually getting first the BitLocker volume. Sorry, it doesn't request if it's on. It doesn't request if the BitLocker is enabled. It's just to get BitLocker volume mount point C. Okay, so it's just like a discovery. Okay, discovery of the actual BitLocker volume. Then here it says if BitLocker status dot protection status equal on. So it means if the protection status of this one, okay, of this one is the parameter of this one going to be protection status. Okay, if the protection status equal on, then it means that it's compliant. Otherwise, it means that it's non-compliant. But there is a tricky part. So this is the very simple like script about this. And now we going back here and we gotta configure the actual item. Guys, I'm just going to grab something. Okay, so let's continue. So what do we want? Here, guys, we want to set first the name. It's going to be BitLocker. Uh, don't write anything like me. Just take your time to write something good. The results will be the same, guys. If I print it, if I say something like this or just BitLocker, it will work the same. So let's say just BitLocker. I don't know if I actually type it right. Uh, yeah, let's just say this. Let's just copy paste this. BitLocker status. Okay, so every Windows desktop and servers, we will enable everything. And now we'll create a new rule, which is going to be, uh, let's say BitLocker status rule, or just setting. Then register value. Now we still want use script. Okay, the return data type will be string, and the discovery will be that one. Okay, and for this one we will not print. We will not implement any remediation, but it's where it's a bit tricky, because look what we will do. So we'll go to compliance rules, track remediation when supported. We don't need this one, so we'll go on new. So guys, the thing that you need to understand here is that we want to say to SCCM that whenever it's non-compliant, please uh, like don't do anything but just note it as non-compliance. So what the rule will say here? The rule here, the setting must comply with the following rule. It must comply with what? With compliance. Okay? If it's not compliant, it means there is this that will be trigger. It's non-compliant that will be trigger. So it means that it's in this case we are. I know that it could be it's a bit slippery, if I could say. It's a bit confusing because people could say, okay, I need non-compliant. I need to add non-compliant, so then the remediation will take act. But the thing is, here you need to add compliant because it will report non-compliance if this setting is not found. Okay, if the setting is not found, it will report as non-compliance. So it's very important that you report non-compliance. So look, report non-compliance if the setting instant is not found. Okay, so I forget that that we have this, but it's very explicit. As you can see, report non-compliance if the setting here, so if equals compliant, is not found. Okay, guys, so now it becomes very easier for you to understand. So let's just say BitLocker statue and edit here and say rule. So we don't need this. We're gonna do recommendation history when supported. We don't have anything, so it's useless. Let's just do this and here next. And now, guys, in this case, because it's better if we work on different things and do like different way of how can I say, of troubleshooting your actual desktop, your actual desktop. Let's sorry, your actual client machine. Let's go now on configuration baseline, and when we will see that is non-compliant, we will go to the SCCM console and I will show you what to do. And I will show you what to do, so you could actually solve the issue when you see that there is a actual non-compliance software, non-compliance machine. Sorry. So BitLocker status baseline, add configuration items, BitLocker status, and here always no, we don't need. Let's say okay. Baseline force. Now we will deploy when supported. No, we don't need this. So device collection, it will be our DC2 server collection. Here 7 minutes. And I think if I go back here, actually I will see that, you see, now it's connected, because every 7 minutes it's checking. So I just want to disconnect. Okay, so you see, for example, if someone disconnects and if forget that it disconnects every 7 minutes, it will connect back. So this is how SCCM is very powerful. Okay, so now deploy immediate non-compliance when supported. No. Oh, did I just do it? Yeah, I just did it, right? Let's refresh. Really? Okay, let's do it. Yeah, quite weird. No? Oh, because no? Okay, guys. Um yeah, I already did it, but I don't know. I forget what I just did. Let's say okay. All right. And guys, if you see, if it keep going on here 0, compliance count 0, just leave some time, guys. SCCM is also a lot about being patient. I'm telling you, this is like um, a big thing about SCCM. It's yeah, advice. It's really good advice to say that sometimes you just need to wait. Okay, you just need to wait. It's very important. So let's go back here, and we will go on action. And we're going to run now multiple times, and here go back on here, refresh. Okay, so as you can see, unknown, and if I didn't make any mistake, it will say non-compliant. Okay, as you can see, non-compliant. So imagine after like, I don't know, 2 hours, I saw that here my BitLocker statue is non-compliant, so it's here. So what I will do, I will, so I'm in my SCCM console, and I will go here on devices, and I will see which devices. For example, how can I see the devices? It's actually through through the configuration baselines. So through here, BitLocker, and then I go on properties, and I see that it's the DC2 server collection. So now I will go back here on device collection, and I will see, okay, what is this one? It's actually, it's the DC2. So maybe there is 10 laptop, okay? There's maybe 10 laptop. And 3 of them are actually, we cannot do anything. So what do we want? Sorry, they are non-compliant. They are actually non-compliant. Install client, run script. We will actually go here on DC2. So what we will do, guys, is that we will go here on start, and since we saw that there is an actual problem and that this machine is non-compliant, we want to solve this issue. Imagine we didn't plan any remediation, so we'll go to each laptop and we will configure it and make it work. So we will go to remote desktop clients. And guys, if you have set up everything correctly, you will be exactly like me, okay? You will be exactly like me. So now I'm in my actual sorry, I'm in my actual SCCM server, but I'm in remote control to this laptop, okay? To this laptop. So as you can see, yep, it's fine. Okay, cannot. Oh, he tried to do it. Okay. Okay, he tried to remediate. I'm not sure if he tried to remediate. Let's go back here. So as you can see, guys, I'm in SCCM server. Okay, sorry, I'm in the DC2. I'm in the DC2. I'm going back here and I'm saying turn on BitLocker. Enter a password. What? I already have a password. Yeah, maybe maybe you forget. Let's do this laptop. Sorry, let's do this actual password, and you will see why. And guys, we will go to another tricky part about BitLocker on. So antidote security, we will save. We'll go on desktop. Let's just pass. Okay, antidote security. So you see, it's written antidote security. I'm telling you that it's another tricky part about BitLocker, and you will see this right now. Next, encrypt. We say next, next. We're in BitLocker. Yep. And we're going to say restart now. Okay. Restart later. Because guys, since it's a VMware machine, I'm telling you, it's not that smooth as it's supposed to do. So let's restart right now. Okay, restart anyway. Oh, okay, I see. Uh, okay, let's just try. But maybe it has been, yeah, it has been enabled here correctly. Okay, so we'll just wait, and when it will go back on, we will do this, okay? I'm showing you the way to do it. Because, okay, since it will take time, especially, oh, okay. So, look, guys, if I go back here, and I say start remote desktop client, again, guys, since it's a virtual machine, it's different that if it's a company environment, and in this case virtual environment is more tricky than, yeah, yeah. So I will just show you from here. So if I go back here and I add antidote, and I trying to do the exact same password, look, it won't work. Why? It's because, look, I will do again this in uppercase. I will do antidote security, and I think if I go here, yeah, did you see? It's Q antidote. Oh no. So the thing is, it's go back to QWERTY. So it's because it's an actual problem of, yeah, it's a problem of, how can I say, because of VMware, about because how the setup of VMware. But normally you just do antidote security and it will be encrypted. Okay, it will be decrypted because you have prompt the right password. So now we did it manually. Okay, usually you could have a script to remediate, but guys, again, sorry, we are in a virtual environment. It's much more complicated. Okay, so that's why we are doing this way. So let's go back on the next topic that I want to cover. Is that, let's imagine we are a company and we want to enable, in this company we are the system admin, and we want to absolutely have a compliance settings that force antivirus and endpoint protection compliance, and sorry, antivirus and endpoint protection. But since we don't have any uh, any antivirus, we still have, of course, Microsoft Defender. So what we want to do is that we want to first use the discovery script to say, is my Microsoft Defender is on? Okay, is my Microsoft Defender is on? If it's on, it means there is compliance. And if I, for example, I turn off my Microsoft Defender, even though nobody will do this type of thing, but it's just an example, but it's still possible for whatever reason, especially when you are testing things in a lab environment, and you just forget to enable back the firewall or uh, the Microsoft Defender, simply as this. So yeah, so it's still a very important compliance settings, since when you work as a help desk technician and you work on multiple laptop, you could maybe like just forget about enable, like I said, enable back the Microsoft Defender. So guys, because it's the domain controller, it always takes times. And guys, also again, I'm gonna say this because it's very important. I see many of you get confused about this, but whenever this domain controller is off, you cannot plug any other machine, because it's the domain controller, guys. It's the big guy that is the security guard. Remember our analogy that we used before in our live session, or the video on the discussion that we have on the group. Domain controller act as the security guard. So of course, if you want to enable any laptop, you would need this domain controller. So yeah. So what we will do here, guys, now, because we want to trigger this actual compliance set this compliance settings about Microsoft Defender, I will on purpose turn off Microsoft Defender. Okay, I will on purpose turn off Microsoft Defender. So I will actually go here, go on virus notification, go on manage settings, and actually turn off everything here. Okay, so as you can see, everything is turned off. If I'm here and I just go back here on Windows Update, maybe there's some update, and it's very important that I also check. But as you can see, actions needed, so I need um I need to enable them. So now what we'll do quickly, because we don't know what could happen, we will quickly make this antivirus and endpoint protection compliance uh okay. So okay, create a configuration item. We will create this compliance. Okay, next, new. Guys, I'm just going to go do it fast, because I want to do two other configuration items. So like this, we will cover everything. We could have covered like many things, and I think it's going to be very interesting for you. So again, guys, it's actual string. Okay, it's actual string. Let me check, because since we are, no, it's actual string, yeah. So okay, sorry. So here is the actual discovery. Perfect. Okay, good. So now the remediation, the remediation will actually enable. So guys, I forget to talk about the code, but as you can see, we create this variable defender statue. It could be anything. It could be defender. It could be then defender AS for antidote security. Whatever the name, it will just work as same. But we of course need to change here. So get MP computer status. So get Microsoft, I don't know, I forget about what the P mean. Let's say get Microsoft Defender computer status. If so we set up this parameter to antivirus enable equal true. So if this variable parameter equal to true, write output compliance, else non-compliant, as we saw before. And yeah, if it's say compliant, then it's the correct way. So then here, guys, we're gonna do no, when you see this, I don't know how to say I don't know how to say it. It doesn't, it's not part of the code, right? This hashtag, yeah, this hashtag are not part of the code. They are just indication. So here, enable Windows Defender real-time monitoring. So yeah, guys, it's just the code to enable everything. Okay, it's just this. It's the code to enable everything. So yep, now we'll go on compliance rules, recommendation, new. What we are going to do, so what we're going to do, this setting must comply with the following rule. Should we implement compliance or non-compliant? It's very important. So run the specified remediation script when the setting is non-compliant. Okay, these settings must comply with the following rule. So these settings must be compliant. It must be compliant, because I don't want to make any mistake, since I don't have that much time too. Let's go back. Okay, I put it correctly, but guys, I just don't want to go into, okay, I did it right. So the setting must comply with the following rule. So if it comply to compliant, if it equals to compliant, now it means that we don't need to do anything. What do we see here? Run the specified remediation script when this setting is non-compliant, when it's not equal to this apply the remediation, okay, and report on compliance settings. Okay, so it's exactly like I said before. We'll simply do antivirus, okay, antivirus. Apply, okay, okay. So I'm just going to double check, guys, because there's always certain things that could happen in the background. Oh, no, I didn't want to do this. Okay, it's fine. We still have time. So let's go back here. Windows Update and then here. Okay, action needed. Perfect. So now I will close this. I will go back on configuration baseline and I will actually create this baseline. Let's do something quickly. Antivirus. Enable antivirus. Enable. Enable antivirus. Enable antivirus. No. Add configuration item. Okay. Add. Okay. All right. No. Enable antivirus. So deploy, and when we will deploy, we will choose this one. Yes, yes. Device collection, my DC2. Okay, perfect. And we will run even 7 minutes, and we'll say on OK. Great. Now it has been enabled. So as you can see, action needed. Everything is not the way that we want it. So we're going to go to configuration manager. Okay, control panel. Okay, great. So this run now. We're going to run it again. We're going to run it again. Going to run it again. And then in configuration, if we say refresh, enable antivirus. Okay, perfect. So evaluate. Again. Error. Why? Why there is an error? Mm-hmm. Let's check. Yep, they are not enabled. Manage settings. Yes, they are not enabled. Why is that? It must be a problem about the actual. And guys, to check if the, yes, maybe I know. I think I know. It's not that I'm sure. I'm just guessing. So I will just go back here and I will do this. Okay? I will simply do this. Can re-enable. Did I check this? You won't need to actually. So this is my note. I said you won't need to. You won't need actual remediation since Defender is actually built in. Okay, it's just a note that I got from ChatGPT. Maybe disable Defender temporarily on one VM. Okay, it's a note that I got on ChatGPT. So let's go back here and go back on. Let's go back on antivirus. Yep, and here remediation. I want to. No, it was correct. Yeah, it was correct. Disable false. Normally it should work. Normally it should work 100%. Compliance. Yeah, 100% it should work. So let's go back here. Mm-hmm. Did I do anything wrong? So No. Enable antivirus. Guys, if we're staying a long time on these troubleshoots, we won't have time, for the... I want to show you two, but let's go for only one because they are very similar and they are quite the same. Because I want to work on registry editor since we did not talk about this. Deployment. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back here and we will go here and say refresh. View report. Critical. Compliance state. Compliance state. Non-compliance severity. Compliance non-states. Okay. So you know how you know that your that is not a problem that comes from your script. You just do this, guys, because like I told you, you need to always verify your script. So if, for example, I do this and I go back here, and if it work, if my script work, it means there is not a problem that come from my actual script. So let's go on Windows PowerShell. Let's press it there, and let's just go back here. We don't need this. So you see, because before I was checking to make sure that my script work, and if it doesn't work, then I need to correct it. So let's just say run now. So what it means, if it work, it means there is a problem of the let me just verify first if it's working. I think it will work. I think it's working. Yep, you see, so it's not a problem because of my code, because I just implement this code. And remember, I told you, I think this morning, that whenever you implement any remediation or discovery script, you first check here. So as you can see, it's not a problem that comes from my script. Maybe, guys, what I should do, let's go back on monitoring, deployment, and let's go on antivirus, because it's take time. This is the problem. It will take time, to report the issue and see what's going on. Okay, guys, so look, we will try to fix some of the thing. I actually have an idea on what to check. If it doesn't work, let's just completely let's redo these configuration items. Okay, so let's go on compliance rules, and let's just do non-compliant. Just by curiosity, I want to know what it will do in this case. Apply. Okay, apply. And I want also to do this. Okay, I already did this. So now what I want is, I want to disable the virus and threat protection settings, and I want to, yeah, I simply want to go back and check that it's okay. It's done. So now we will just do quickly this antivirus. Now configuration items, it's this one, antivirus and endpoint. Do you think it's this that I'm not sure actually. Okay, and now we will deploy it, guys. Deploy. Okay, antivirus. Remediate. Allow remediation outside the maintenance window. Yeah, it's not that much important. Let's check DC2 and then 7 minutes. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so it's deployed. So now we will go here, go on action and check for run now. I changed the name, so maybe yeah, it will be only antivirus. Let me go back here and let's say enabled. Okay. So okay, router configuration, refresh. Okay, antivirus, evaluate. Hmm, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know the reason. Let's maybe just totally reinstall it. So let's just delete. Let's delete here. I just want to at least just to copy paste this. So, yep. Guys, we will just try one more time. And if it doesn't work, we'll just go back. We'll just do the next one. Because sometimes there is maybe some issue about, let me, I I wasn't about to check this, but I wanted to do, but not now. But let's just, okay, let's install the update. It's very important. So like it's good like this. Maybe it's only a problem about updates, okay? And if it's a problem about Windows update, this type of thing could happen a lot. You know, when you don't resolve issue like this, it could cause some problem when you're doing just simple stuff and you find it weird that normally it's always work and now it doesn't work anymore. So let me go on here, same. Check for update. I didn't look. What did he said? Check for updates. Okay. Oh, hold on. Is my VPN on? Because I told you before, it could create conflict between my VPN and my... Oh, it's connected, so that's why, guys. That's why I have the issue. That's why I told you we need to make sure that it's off. We need to make sure that it's off because it could create some error. Okay, okay, guys. Since we know that this actual that this sorry. Oh, it's a very good troubleshooting that we have here. It's a very good troubleshooting because I told you that it could. I'm not sure, but it could create some conflicts between those two IP address. Because if you go here and do ipconfig, you will see first the IP address of the site, of the Paris site, and you will see the IP address of the VPN, okay, of the VPN client. So this is why. It's a very good troubleshooting, guys. So let's go, and this is actually good. There is nothing then to... Oh, I deleted. Oh no, why I did... Okay, it's fine. Let me... At least we find the reason. So what I want to do is actually delete what what I want to delete. I want to delete uh where is it? Baseline force. Yes, this is this one. Enabling VPN. Yeah, delete. I want to delete this one so it stay offline. Sorry guys, but okay guys. Okay, let's do it again because people could say, "Oh, but maybe it's a real error that you got." Like we are not sure. Okay. So because there is like 1% of chance there is, sorry guys, another issue. There is another issue, so let's just do it everything again. Okay, great. So let's go back here, create configuration item. Maybe I don't have the name anymore. Okay, I still have the name. Next guys, I'm going to do very fast. So okay, here same name, I don't care. Or let's just say this endpoint register value script, add discovery script. It will be this one. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. Okay. Now remediation. Okay, perfect. Okay, great. Compliance rule. Oh yeah, data type, it's a string. Now I need to go back here and do track remediation. New. Okay, perfect. Remediation compliant. Good. Here it will be, no, it would be RAM. Good. So let's click on apply. Then here, okay, we did everything. That's good, that's good. So okay, next. Okay, now we will go back on configuration baseline, create baseline, and we will check antivirus, enable. Then we go back here, configuration item, antivirus endpoint. Okay, we will simply do this. And now what we will do is that we will deploy it. Okay, and like I don't want to waste any time guys because I'm quite sure about this issue. I will just directly create the other one. Okay, I will directly create the other configuration items, and it's one of the most important. It's not, oh, no, sorry, it's definitely not the most important, but I mean it's interesting since we only talk about file version and script. We will now cover registry. Yeah, registry. So it's just another way, guys. It's just another way. So yep, let's do this. And then okay. Perfect. So let's go back here. Like this, we will check, like everything. So let's go and create configuration items. Before I need to talk to you about what we will actually check. Um, sorry, I need to go back on my other monitor and tell you what we're going to check. Guys, since we already, like, I think it's maybe a 3-hour video. I'm not sure, but I think it's more than a 3 or 4 hour video. 3 hours or 4 hours video. So maybe we will only do one, guys. I'm sorry, but we'll only check one since they are the same. Like, we all gonna check the registry for this, okay? We're gonna check the registry settings. maybe let's do this one. Mm, yeah, I prefer to do this one. I prefer to do this one. So the one that we will do is to actually did I don't know if I have it. Let me check. Yeah, what I want to do is that Imagine we have this actual domain controller here that is so much important that we don't want any RDP, okay? Any RDP or any USB entry, like people, that going to the server physically and and um and simply introduce, like plug their USB. We don't want any of that because in this USB, it could be they could be a Trojan, it could be a malware. So it's better that we refuse both of them. Either it's a USB entry, so we both refuse USB entry and RDP entry at the same time, like remote desktop protocol, which is protocol for taking control of this actual server. So because this server has so much important, so much important, so much important data, we want to make sure that any of those are enabled. Of course, we could, but it's will be another video, guys. For sure, we'll not cover this right now. You could enable some USB device and actually delete some of them, like delete some of the USB. Sorry, delete all USB, but you can still allow some USB device, okay? So what I wanted to do is to do both this one and this one, but since we run out of time, guys, we'll do USB. It's so we will what we will do is that we will disable any USB device and yeah, delete any type of uh plugged USB on this server, on the DC2 server, okay? So let's go here. Let's do now this actual compliance, this compliance settings. Let's set this up. So let's say how we could call it. We could call it disable USB device. Yeah, disable USB device. Now we could do this again, new. So again, disable USB device settings. And yeah, it's good. Reduce true value. And now we're gonna go for, let me check. It's I think this one will be, it will be an integer. I think it will be an integer. Yeah, it's an integer, but I want to verify some other thing. But I think before I need to set this up, I'm just checking something, guys. Okay, so let's browse here. So HKey local machine, then current, yeah, system, current control sets. Oh, current control sets. It's here, then plus, and then services. So this part, guy, I did not prepare it. It's been a long time I didn't do it. So then you will go to USB Tor. Yeah, USB Tor, so way below. USB Tor. Yep. And the actual name. Yeah, but which one of them it is? Which one of them? Yeah, it's this one, start. And it should be to 4. It should be to 4. I think I need to do it as same as the previous ones. But I'm not able yet to verify it. So, yep, guys, let me just do this on my registry editor. So what I will do is that I will actually implement this actual current control set, this actual settings into my registry, and then I will go back and change it. Okay, so what did he said? He said that this, then services, and then USB Tor. USB Tor, and it's the start one because it's okay. And now for min, okay, for min this, perfect. And then let me go back here, and I will go back there. Now we'll just cancel just to make sure. Okay, so new. So here I will implement the name, disable USB storage, and again, guys, I will verify it's an integer, okay? Because it's either I will show you, but we need to go to the registry editor, and it will be either 1, 2, 3, 4, and an integer, guys, it's just a number, okay? Integer, it's a number. Floating points, you see this usually in when you study computer science. Floating points is 2.5, 2.6, etc. And yeah, okay, so integer, it's the correct things that we want. Then system, then current control set is the last one. I don't know why it's the last one. Okay, and then services, and then you go down, 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 and you want to check for USB. Okay, you want to check for USB, so you use this one. Yep, use this one, and you use that one. Okay, perfect. And what do you want? What do you want? Yeah, it must comply to this. Okay, it must comply to this. So we will go here. Yep. Equals 4. Let me check. Remediate non-compliant rules when supported. The setting must comply with the following rule. Remediate. Yep. So it must comply to this. Disable. Here I will just do off. So remediate non-compliant rules when supported. Remediate non-compliant rules when supported. Okay. Operator equal. Okay. The settings must comply with the following rule. let's just try with the one that I just did right now, and we'll see what we will get. So yeah, let's start with OK, apply, and we will go back on here and say USB off DC2, delete. Yep, create a baseline. Okay, so for the baseline, we will say, um, guys, just something simple. I want to do it quickly because maybe there will be some other troubleshoot to do. So this one is disable USB devices. Okay. And I will deploy. So remediate non-compliant rule. Here, browse. And let's go on in here. Then there. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay, now it's deployed. Now I just want to quickly do this. So he will not be action. Configuration. I want to quit this and I want to run now again. Yep. Okay, we have this one. Now we'll evaluate. Evaluate again. Non-compliance. Okay. And normally he will try to make it compliant because it's not equal to 4. So now he will try his best to make it compliant. So that's good. Now, if there is some issue about setting this up, we will do it manually, but at least he show us the correct um, compliance result, the correct report about not is not compliant. So either we do it, yeah, and normally I check the box about remediation. Let me just check here the registry. Okay, now it's equal to 4. So the remediation took place. So that's perfect, guys. We covered a lot of things today. Um, I hope you liked that video. I think we are about, I would say 4 hours. No, let's say 3 hours. I think 3 hours of video, maybe 3 hours and a half. So I try my best, guys, to cover the like every component that is linked to compliance settings. As you can see, we covered like many other things that is linked to do the right things on compliance in order to be efficient at compliance settings. There is so much things, other things that you could do, guys. I just wanted to cover things that you don't have the opportunity to see on YouTube, and it will like this you could have a better understanding of what is compliance settings. So oops, I hope so. Again, guys, I hope you liked the video. I'm just thinking, let me go back, by the way. Let me go back here. So yep. So yeah, we actually covered all of these things. The guy, for the antivirus and the endpoint protection, yesterday it worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. So I don't know what type of issue I had. I will go back later on, see what's going on. If it's when you have this type of issue when you are a SCCM technician, you simply go and do it manually. Like you do it manually. You just follow the protocol, and if you can solve it if you can solve it by respecting the protocol, you simply just enable it manually, since the most important things is that it get enabled, it's enabled. And then the SCCM admin will go deeper on what is the issue of this actual error problem. For the rest, we were like very good on how we set it. We went to some troubleshooting, so that's great. That's great. We had like many troubleshooting. It's exactly what we want, because it's thanks to this type of error that we grew up and we become better help desk technicians. So, yeah, guys, I think that's it. That's it. Okay, guys. So see you later, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. So see you later, guys.